Good afternoon, garden friends. It is 90 degrees outside, and yesterday I was working on my front entrance bed. This is what the front bed looked like, and like I said, cleaned out my daylilies and my irises, and you see how the purple hearts are literally just taking it over. Like I said, while beautiful, it is a lot of maintenance trying to get everything cleaned up. Like for my lilies that have died back, and then any of the dead leaves on it. But then one of the things that I had noticed is that my soil is like really dry. And as I was digging through this, I have purple hearts down here and was noticing that they are literally sucking the moisture out of the ground for my other plants, because normally even around this time my irises did not look as bad as they did. So what I'm going to be doing today is last night I broke off a lot of the purple hearts. I'm going to dig these guys completely out and then put a nice coat of manure on this bed, because even my bachelor buttons look like the life has been sucked out of them. Do any of you guys find that to be true if you have the purple hearts in your garden bed? I don't know if that is a contributing factor, because this is all good soil, and I always put a new coat of compost on it, but it's just in really bad shape. So that's what I'm going to be doing today to get this bed cleaned up and prepped, because I do want to put some summer flowers in here. So let's go ahead and get this stuff dug up. And if you know anything about the purple hearts, those roots are deep. So that's why I'm going to have to, I tried to pull them out last night, but they weren't budging. Look at that root system. When I first moved down here, I loved them. But way too much maintenance, especially with me working a full-time job and me liking things to look very orderly, and they just grow too fast. Then whatever I put in here, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that they got a healthy start. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. All of those, I'm going to get those guys dug up. And like I said, last night I went through and cleaned up all of my daylilies. And because it's so hot, I think I'm going to end up getting these guys cleaned out, and then I'll show you what it looks like and what, if anything, I choose to put in here afterwards. All right, so I got it all dug out, and look at those roots. Those roots were long, actually going up underneath the bed. So I'm gonna go over here, get this side done. This side isn't as bad, but I'm just gonna get my daylilies cleaned up, snip off the bachelor buttons, so it, like this one is doing well. This is what I'm talking about, just getting this stuff cleaned up. All right, good morning, garden friends. I'm not gonna lie. The other day when I was trying to work in my garden here by the end of my street, it got too hot. It's supposed to be 92 today, so I am trying to get these beds done before that sun comes up over the trees and end up beating down on the two beds here. So no makeup today. Yep, I changed my clothes because I was drenched and it's a new day. So let me show you how I got the plants laid out that I'm going to go ahead and put in here. Kevin went ahead and put the manure in the beds. I'm gonna go ahead and mix it up with my auger. I'm not gonna put any biotin in because of adding the manure in there. I don't wanna like overdo it. So let's go ahead and get this knocked out before that sun comes over and starts beating down. I'm already beating up with sweat. Now, because it's late in the season, and like I said, I'm usually not planting anything, I'm going strictly with the zinnias in here, and then on the outskirts, to mimic the other side, because you guys know I like symmetry, I'm putting, this is, what is this, pentas. Full sun, which this area will get. And then I needed to replace a daylily to match the other side. So let me go ahead and get this knocked out before the sun comes over here and start roasting me. All right, like I said, Kevin had put the newer down for me, so I am just going to be hustling to get these zinnias in here. And then, you know, I think they'll look pretty, especially when the bachelor buttons bring on a new flush. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get this mulched. Yeah, these roots are kind of thick. I normally don't do it for the ground, but just so they can have a good start. There are still some roots in there. Now I have to run to the garden center and pick up a bachelor button because when I went to, oh my God, am I sweating already? Did not have one, so I'm going to leave a space for that. These bees are just loving my kiss me over the fence. Okay, like I told you, this is down and dirty. Look at the sweat, and the sun is not even over here. I'd just like to know what the temperature is already at 7:45 in the morning. Because it's supposed to be in the high 90s today. All right, guys, I am just beating the sun. I got to show you this. This is the reason why for timing. Okay, so this is the end of my driveway. Do you see that sun? It's blinding me. But this is gonna look really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and run up to the other garden center, see if I can find a bachelor button. But this is gonna look nice. Like I said, just kept it simple because those purple hearts were just I think, doing more damage, even though they were pretty, and it was just way too much work for me to do. So, and then this side, like I said, mimic. I got the hole dug already for the bachelor button to put on there. And it just has a really nice, clean look to it, and that's what I like. So let me run up to the big box store, see if I can find me a bachelor button, get that put in here, and then water and top this off with some mulch. I might have Kevin do it for me. Okay, so the big box did not have the bachelor button. So what I'm gonna do is go in my backyard and dig up one of mine where I actually wanted to put the feverfew that I got from Kim from Backyard Blooms in that spot. So, that's the beauty of gardening. You can split your stuff and it not cost you anything. We got the mulch, so we're gonna put that down once I get the plant taken care of. Let me go and get the bachelor button dug up and plant it up here. I grabbed the little batch out of the back bed that I'm gonna put here. Kevin's gonna bring down the mulch so we can go ahead and get this area mulched up. And like I said, make sure, both sides are mimicking each other. That's what I like. And the other thing too is we're going to be using different type of mulch back here. As I stated, we are using a different type of mulch because one of the things Kevin and I were talking about was that maybe aside from the Purple Hearts draining out the moisture, was wondering too if having the black mulch down, because the black ends up absorbing heat, if that is possibly a reason for why this really good soil is literally drying out and the other plants are suffering in combination with the purple hearts. So like I said, we're going to get this mulch down. And this is the thing. This is, as I'm working on beds, that's when we're changing out the mulch. I mean, do you think, that is a possibility with the black mulch?
Perhaps. We'll find out. Time will tell.
Yeah, because that's one thing that we're going to do too is, as I am changing out the mulch, come this fall, I want to see if there's a difference in the soil. Just check the soil, see how it's holding on to moisture, and if we're having any of these types of issues.
Don't you have a temperature gauge thing, like moisture content?
Yeah, I do.
Does it do temperature?
It doesn't do temperature. It tests moisture, how much moisture is in the soil, to where if you have to, to water, it'll tell you that. That's a good idea.
I could use that as a gauge.
Okay. See, he's learning. He's learning about gardening.
Kidneys.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and finish getting the bed mulched, and then I'll walk through and show you how everything looks. All right, so we have gotten it all done. And while I get adjusted to the cedar mulch, yeah, I still think it looks very nice. You know, changes a little bit the look of my garden, but you know, like I said, I'd rather, you know, try this out and see if, you know, the black mulch is actually um, drying out the soil because of it absorbing heat. But I am really happy with how everything looks. All right, guys. Well, thank you for taking this journey with me on this very hot day. And I look forward to you checking out my next video.